Well, it is still unsure because there's a lot of factors involved. I mean, of course, it's Kosovo and Serbia and the internal politics within both countries, but it's also the EU itself, like how much EU will be able, and Ms. Mogherini in this regard, to push forward for an agreement, but at the same time also the outside powers like the United States, how much they'll be able to push for an agreement and what type of agreement we are talking about. And I think at the moment it seems maybe very unlikely, but looking at the readiness or the willingness of the EU and the US to have an agreement, we might have one. But the question that we should raise is what kind of agreement are we going to have if that agreement will be reached? Will it be an agreement that will lead us to another negotiating process and some kind of dislike or social unrest, or is it an agreement that will finally put the pause behind and create a future relationship between both countries but also within societies? Well, if the process goes as it has gone in 2018, it is expected that, escalation between both parties will continue. Now, will it be, in a bigger escalation that will include some kind of social unrest within the countries or between the countries? I doubt that, or I want to be optimistic and say that I would have wished to see that. That's why what we need as citizens of both countries is first to have a more firm and more serious leadership and be more open, transparent, and incite civic participation, but also for parliaments and oppositions to take their roles in this process and not leave this whole process only between two people, between two presidents of the country. And I think that EU in this regard has its own role, that it has to not only be an intermediate, but it has to play a more active role and be more proactive and ask from the parties to be serious and not to create some kind of social unrest, which we are so much looking into preventing.
I believe that in the first half of 2019 we are going to see escalation, rising tensions, as there is no dialogue that is mediated, that is going on, and both sides are reacting by escalating crisis, and it's also something that is in line with the interest of political elites in both communities, as if there are crises around this issue, all other issues domestically get less important, such as unemployment, such as corruption, and so on. So I believe that we will have more of a crisis, and also because there is expectation to have extraordinary elections, both in Serbia and in Kosovo. The electoral politics usually bring also higher polarization within each society, and in the case of Kosovo, it's very likely to lead to possibly riots, either because the lack of institutional solution to who is going to make a new government, or because of dissatisfaction for not getting a transparent deal with Serbia.